Good evening, everybody. My name is Crystal, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I didn't want to go out for a walk this evening. A storm Bert is raging outside, sweeping, nearly swept me off my feet this afternoon. And I thought, well, I wanted to take Max out for a walk, and it helps me to go to sleep at night going for a walk. So when it got to 10 to 7, um, I put Max underneath my arm, went out of the building, and I held him until we got to the field because the wind literally blows Max off nearly off the pavement. It's really, really, really strong, and I'm not joking. So there was a couple behind me. There was a Chinese lady and a chap with a blue puffer coat on and a hood over his head, so I couldn't see his face. Apart from that, obviously, I wouldn't have expected anyone to be on that field, but the lights of the flats were shining and I could see where I was going, and I put the torch on my iPhone and I just did a circuit around the field. And the noises were the scariest part because the wind was howling, and when it howls through things it makes a noise and it's quite scary. And when it got to the point where it was really, really strong, the wind, I just stood still and let the worst of it go, and then I carried on. But yeah, that was a bit scary, walking around the field in the dark with storm blowing with Max. It was a bit scary, but I got round the field, and there are people out in this wind, believe it or not, people not walking dogs. There are people about. The Harvey van is still parked up the road. And when I came back, there was a man in a red hoodie with the hood over his head, about the same height as myself, with a red hoodie on, walking across the road into the block of flats opposite with a bag. And I've just come into the flats, and obviously there's leaves everywhere. The leaves literally blow everywhere, don't they? The leaves are falling off the trees. The wind is blowing everything back and forth. So you're getting a load of leaves everywhere, and there's some inside the building as well. Came back into my flat, everything's okay. I put the heater on for a bit, put the heater on for a bit before I went out, and I've come into a nice warm flat. It usually is a bit warmer when it rains. There was a bit of spit of rain in the air, so it was spitting. I haven't been like engaging in conversation over the phone. I just haven't felt like it this weekend. The noise that went on last night was unbearable. The noise this afternoon was unbearable. You don't feel like talking to someone when you can't hear yourself think. That is the whole point of it. It's to stop you speaking. It's to stop you being happy. All this noise and whatever what they're doing, and I didn't speak because I didn't want to. I didn't feel like it, and I've gone through my diaries. There's a stack of them over there. There's about 10 or 15 diaries going back to 2019. Somewhere in this flat there is a diary in a purple notebook from 2009. Similar things were going on then, would you believe? In 2009 is what, nearly 15 years ago, which is a long time. So there's nothing wrong with me, but I know what they're doing, and it won't stop me doing what I want to do. I've had a lot of feedback from my singing on Star Maker, a lot of people asking me to follow them, and requesting songs they want me to sing. So I'm not, there's nothing wrong with me. People away from this place, away from this prison, I think I would get treated a lot better. It just feels out of the way so no one can find it, and I feel confined to this flat, and I'm not going to do it. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, right? And I'm a woman, so there's little men everywhere, little stout, chubby men with hoods over their heads following me about. And I'm in fact a woman. Like I said, the messages have stopped, so I don't get any messages at all. Obviously, people try to message me on TikTok, but there's so many of them, and the messages range from like just saying hello to what personal messages, and I can't answer everybody. And some of them, they're just scammers after money, so you've got to be careful. Being on your own can get lonely in the evening, but I have Max, and I don't say I feel lonely. I've learnt through bad choices in relationships that it's better to be on your own than to be with the wrong person, if you know what I mean. You can, just if you're craving company, don't just drag anyone into your life. That's a big mistake. I've done it so many times, and I'd rather be on my own than tormented. A guy cheating on me, a guy coming into my flat and then telling me what to do, locking me. I've had men lock me indoors and not let, I've had to ask to leave the building, and I'm an adult, right? I don't want all that. I'm getting older now, it does scare me what's going on outside, and, being asked to go up to London, travelling to London on my own, and, there's somebody had a heart attack up in London and is in hospital fighting for their life. Somebody's been stabbed. There's incidents on trains. People are fighting on trains. The world is a very dangerous place, and I'm trying to protect myself. And people go, and I know what I'm doing is right. And I know when I don't feel right, and I don't feel right travelling on a train up to London. That is quite a long time on a train. And with all the incidents, the bomb scares up in London as well, suspicious packages outside buildings. It's not safe up there. It's not safe at all. So I'm going to stay put. So from 3:45 to 7, I was singing a couple of songs, watching Scrooged on the television. I don't know why they've started sticking their hoods over their heads and walking near me again. That hasn't happened for a while actually, and I think my hair's got longer, and I don't know what they're doing it for. And I'm telling you now, that wind won't keep a hood over your head. It'll blow the hood back unless you tie it. I definitely wouldn't have put an umbrella up. And I put my beanie hat on. I go out with a beanie hat on. Yeah, but women wear beanie hats. A lot of women do. Yeah, I've just learning Italian, so I've been practicing my Italian, and yeah, I love Christmas, and even if I spend it on my own, I've got my tree up, I've got my lights up. Might get a couple of few bits of pieces like Christmas crackers and stuff. But you mustn't let. I'm trying to not let people get me down because they want you to keep quiet, so they can carry on controlling, and I'm not going to keep quiet. The only reason I've kept quiet. The only reason I've kept quiet is because when somebody is clumping on the ceiling, you don't realise how loud it is until you experience it yourself. When somebody is bumping and clumping on the ceiling, you cannot concentrate on anything. So this has been going on for 4 years. I've been doing YouTube on and off since 2009. I don't get paid for it. It's purely to entertain people and put a bit of happiness into their life, really, for free. So it used to be a lot worse. There used to be noise 7 days a week, almost 24/7, and it nearly drove me to ring the Samaritans, because I'm not the only one. A lot of people say it affects your mental health, having really noisy neighbours, and it does affect your mental health. And it's just every so often now. But when it happens, it makes you jump out your skin. And I'm not. No one is controlling me. No one is intimidating me. No one is in charge of me. So don't think I'm going to sit, when I sit in my flat, it's because of you. It isn't. I sit in my flat, it's because I want to do that. And I went out to Chatham the other day. I went to my doctor's appointment, my dentist appointment. If I need to go to an appointment, I'll go to it. These people do not control my every move. Of course, if someone's clomping on the ceiling, you can't bloody hear to think. It's annoying. So my mum is now ringing the phone while I'm doing this video. So I'm just waiting for it to go off the screen. My mum's phone number's come up. What's up? What can I say, guys? I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. I'm strong. I don't feel weak. See you later.